Okay, so today we are eating at Bulgogi House.
It's kind of a hole in the wall, but the reviews are off the charts.
And what are we doing today?
Universal Studios, round 2.
We quit drinking.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Be a nice experience. Be a good day.
So at this place, you cook your own food. So this is some beef brisket in rolls and some fresh salmon, obviously. And the bulgogi.
Thank you.
Grab some, put it on the stove, and you cook it. Simple as that. And then we also got this bad boy over here. Got a ribeye. Yum. We decided to go with the ribeye instead of the beef entrails.
We could get the beef entrails. He's so good.
Or the small intestines.
He's so good.
We might could.
He might could.
Here we are. We just got in the park. We are officially in Halloween Horror Night. Going through our first scare zone. What's up, man? What's your name, buddy? No? Okay. That's fine. Wow, it's like they don't care that I'm hilarious. Do they not know who I am? I'm practically famous in Florida. Alright, we're going to the museum house because that one looked like the most fun to me. Honestly, I haven't seen like 2 of the movies that they're doing this year, so I went in completely blind. Are you excited?
It's hot.
That's an answer.
It's October. It's like 100 degrees.
It's 100 degrees in October.
It's crazy. I'm sweating.
You're just glistening, Zachary.
It's hot.
You're beautiful. Hello. Oh, okay. Hey, I like your outfit. Oh, thank you. I like your outfit too. I'm not
Jimmy.
It's Jimmy? Who's Jimmy?
The rat.
He growled at me. Oh!
I'm just gonna blow kisses at everyone.
Yay!
That's what I do now.
Are you trying to find your love of your life?
Soulmate.
Your husband?
Yeah.
It'll be even cooler at night, but it seems like the actors are already over it. But it's hot as fuck. It's so hot. I feel bad for them being in those masks, to be honest. It's not fair. It ain't fair, and it ain't right. Yeah, I mean, I worked for Six Flags. That should be a whole video on its own. Shade. But I know how hard it is to be in those masks for so many hours, especially in the heat like this. Southern heat is brutal. Maybe I should have went that way. I could have went that way. As Zach says, I can't say should have anymore.
No regret.
I don't feel regret.
No wishing you'd done things differently.
Okay, I went through the museum one, and honestly, I expected better. Yeah, I think that we were just kind of in a bad time frame. The thing about Halloween Horror Nights houses is you have to be exactly at the right timing, and if you're not, then you miss all of the scares. Yeah, it's all about timing because all of the actors are on a cue. They all have like visual cues. So if you're in the line in a section that every scare is like right in front of you or right behind you, you get none of the scares. So, but when I would stop and like want to look at things, I'd get pushed through anyway. So you're not allowed to stop. That's
You
what
can't
sucks.
stop at all.
Like I was just trying to stop and look at something, and they were like,
we're walking at right now is the pace you have to go through them at. Like,
Yeah.
you barely get to look at anything.
not a great start compared to last time. Haunting a Hill House was so good, but we'll see how this one is. Hey, Editor Ellie here, and I just wanted to make a couple notes. I'm using some footage taken from YouTube during their media night. So I actually was able to look through the houses a second time and look at more details. And I still do think that the idea for this house is really cool, but maybe the execution wasn't to its fullest potential. A haunted museum and exhibits kind of coming to life. But there's a lot of things in this house that I feel like maybe could have been done differently. And during our personal experience, we got completely shoved through it at such a quick pace. There really was no way we could appreciate the detail. Some of the costumes are a bit lackluster, and I don't really understand this wallpaper actor situation. I feel like there might have been a better way to hide those actors rather than having them be up against the wall like that with that effect. I don't know. Like I said, I still, even looking back on it, love the idea, but a mix of not being able to really look at the detail of the set and just being in a really bad timing for the scares and being pushed through the line gave me a overall poor experience of this house in particular. But I feel like they could build on this idea in future years and make it really, really cool. Anyway, back to past Ellie and Zachary. I also want to make a note that like it's kind of sad that we're to the point where like you can't really enjoy your experience unless you chill out the money for an express pass. I mean, well, I did, but that's because I'm built differently. 25 minutes. Go, 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 go. I think we can make all the houses.
Not all
Express, Universal. We don't need your we just need strategy. But most people, oh yeah, we can do this one. Most people do not have the time, especially if they're flying into Florida from another state, to do everything in one night without the express pass. So it's almost like pressuring the public into getting it unless you can come multiple days, because there's no way. Like if you have to wait in lines.
The price of a multi-day pass is like, it's like $199.
Because an express is the same price twice, like it's as much as a ticket.
Adding to your point that if you want to see everything at a relaxed pace, you have to pay the same price as an express pass anyway.
Right, so you either have to do it over multiple days or you have to do an express pass.
You have to drag your friends around for 8 hours straight and make their legs fall off.
Make sure you guys watch my other video of Halloween Horror Nights 2021 with Zach and Tyler.
Get everyone so drunk they don't realize until the next morning their legs are dying.
Yeah. Okay, that one was good.
Yeah, I same complaint as I always have. I want to look.
Yeah.
Which one was that? The movie?
The cinema.
The cinema? Yeah, that was cool. Like, I wanted to look at stuff, but you just got to keep going. Like,
yeah.
All the exhibits in there were really neat. Little monk, and they had like
a mummy strip club. Like,
what's that all about?
I don't know. Weird, but I think overall, I mean, out of the two, that one definitely is better.
That was way better.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me almost like the one we went to before that was like the conspiracy mystery house
from
last year, like the detective house. Yeah, that was really cool. And I also saw some of the posters that they used from that house in that one too. So I think that one was really good.
Yeah, I like that one. That was cool. That was better.
Out
than
of
the other
10,
one.
what would you say?
7. Solid 7.
Solid 7 out of 10, and that one's like a 5.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, maybe even a 4.
Yeah, but that one was pretty good. That was better. It was cool. The environments were really cool. I just, again, it's going to be hard for me to give any of these a 10 because I can't stop and like look.
Yeah.
Like there were so many, like there was like a little Nintendo display and something I wanted to look at, but I couldn't. So I had to just keep on going.
And there was stuff like above that I wanted him to see too, but he was getting pushed through. So here's my opinion on this. I almost feel like the low budget houses are scarier because when you have high budget, lots of money coming in through Halloween Horror Nights and the like, that means they have to accommodate for thousands and thousands of people every hour. That means that they have to sacrifice some of the more like personal, like intimate moments that make things scary. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like with the low budget houses, there aren't as many people, so you can kind of, be split up.
Funny. But at that point, like part of what makes these themed and interesting is the design of each house.
Right.
But if you don't get to look at them because you're just doing a hallway simulator and people are jumping out at you.
That is a very fair criticism. With the high budget of sets and costumes and makeup that comes with something that you are to expect with a park like Universal, that means that you need to sacrifice certain things like a more like personal experience for each guest. You have to have the timing right on the haunted houses.
Yeah. I'm sure that if you were the only person, like if they spaced everyone out by like a minute or two and you were able to just kind of linger around and look at the rooms you wanted, I'm sure it'd be a much better, more fulfilling experience.
And that's the big problem. They just push you through. And smaller, like low budget houses, those you can actually get scared by because there aren't as many people to deal with. But you don't get the elaborate sets and costumes that you get with a high budget experience.
I guess they're looking at it in terms of like metrics. 40% of people get to see this part of the exhibit as they walk through. It makes it worth it. Like, there's so many sets in that horror cinema thing that there's no way to see it all. It's absolutely impossible. Like, you would have to hold everyone up, and then you just get run over by people. Like,
yeah, I got pulled out by security in the first house because I stopped to look at somebody's costume.
Man, that's ridiculous. If the costume looks cool to you, you should be able to look at it, right? Like,
yeah, but
isn't that the point?
But I look like because I'm holding up the line behind me. But instead of the people behind me being like, oh wait, I get to take a look at this costume real quick, it's like, oh no, this girl's an ass.
We're running 0.6 seconds behind now that you stopped and looked at something.
It is really stupid, and I agree with that. Next year we're doing SeaWorld and Busch Gardens.
Society is so fast-paced.
Yeah.
That this is just a reflection of that, a representation of how fast-paced things are supposed to be when you get no depth of your experience. It's an assembly line.
If you don't have the media pass, i.e. me, you're not allowed to take pictures in the house either.
And I'm sure that a lot of these reviewers that go through early or whatever and see this stuff, they get to go in alone or with very, very few people.
They have things called media nights. It's so crazy that we're in this society that the scare actor literally stopped in front of my camera before it tried to scare me. Isn't that crazy?
Where was that?
In the front scare zone, one of the actors literally put its head in my camera instead of trying to scare me instead.
Well, yeah, because they know it's going on social media.
Yeah, like they want to be famous, you know. But I mean,
Well,
little
it's
do
not a
they
fame
know
thing,
this
it's
is.
representing the brand. If you're
Subscribe
scared-
to me on Subscribestar for my full vlogs. Instead of trying to film inside the house and bootleg it, like I usually have, I'm just gonna put people that have already filmed inside the houses with their media passes, I'm gonna put their footage in because they get better footage anyway, and I would get yelled at if I tried to film it. Want to ride a ride?
What is it?
This one's fun. Men in Black.
Oh, it's a shooting thing.
Yeah.
Begin training simulation.
Heads up, hot shot. This is Agent J.
Hot shot.
Shoot him! See the target up there?
Oh, there we go.
Emergency. Training sequence aborted.
Oh my god. Alright, here are our final scores. What do we get? We got
Average.
cosmically average.
There's my new profile.
We've been brain wiped.
That one was cool.
We just got out of Eternal Lesbians, Eternal Bloodlines. All of their cycles were synchronized.
It was cool. I like the theme of it. It was kind of like, you know, haunted forest with the werewolves and the crossbows and the
More mummies. They're really into mummies this year.
No mummy strippers this time.
Oddly enough, no mommy strippers. Well, that's because maybe strippers are a little sexist, and that was a house about empowering women, not pushing them down, like in the other house with strippers. Anyway, I liked it. It was good. Again,
I liked it.
same situation. I didn't get to see the scares because I was at the wrong time. I was always at the right place at the wrong time. So, and I can't stop and actually see what's going on. So.
Yeah, when I saw it was cool. Like there was like I told Ellie in the middle of it. There's a spot where you like get to read a book that has like a little like lore of what's going on. That's when they should scare people.
Yeah.
Like that's the way to do it. Is wait till people are occupied. Let people get occupied with something and scare them. But you're just moving all the time, so you don't really get to settle into anything. And like you just know when you're turning a corner, something's gonna jump out at you.
Yeah. But overall, I liked it. I think
Yeah,
it was
it
like
was a
a.
cool theme.
I mean, like I said, I didn't get scared from it, but I still liked it. It's maybe like a 6 or 7.
Yeah, 6 is what I was about to say. It wasn't as good as the horror, the cinema one.
Yeah.
But it was better than the museum.
Yeah, that one's still at the bottom. Oh, next we're going to Goblins. Goblin something. The Goblin Feast. Yeah, and I also didn't really understand there's like lore in that one too. Like a girl was trying to like take or avenge her
family
from
And then
from
some chick
Dracula's
with her head ripped
daughter.
off and
Yeah, and some girl she was like decapitated. I didn't really understand what was going on there, but
then there was a part where she jumped out and stabbed another girl in the back, and then there was some girl with a beehive hairdo.
wow, backstabbing women. That's the most realistic thing in there.
That one was good. But
That one was funny.
yeah, but it was good. Like that was my favorite one so far for sure. Like the again, I didn't really get to go slow enough, but like because there was a subtle little nuance that I would have missed if I hadn't happened to turn my head. So it's themed like goblins. You go in and goblins are eating on all this stuff, and they're all this meat and all this stuff. And as you go through, it kind of slowly reveals to you they're catching and cooking and ripping up humans.
The guests, yeah.
The guests
so
were
they
in.
like welcome in, come on and eat. It sounded like Hansel and Gretel almost. Cannibals.
Yeah, and then as you get as the end, like, oh, the humans escaping, the guests are escaping. But like, what was cool about it is that it kind of, the very middle of it kind of divulged into hallway simulator again. But for the most part of it, there was like themes going on through the whole thing. There are people like inside of cages trying to get out, and like, but see, then if you don't look, you have to move so fast. If you don't catch the sign, it says catch of the day.
Yeah.
Right, so that's like their entree, like their main entree, like you see it in the person in the cage.
And the girl is in the cage, like, let me out, get me out, yeah.
If it were, like, I'm telling you, all of these would be so much better if you could slow the hell down.
Yeah.
Like, they'd be so much better, because that one was really good. That one was, like, the theme was awesome. Like, it was just,
Yeah.
and it hits you right when you go in, because there's, like, guts and gore and, like dead people eating, like, meat. It was crazy, but that was good. That was the best one. So
My favorite part was at the very end. There was a goblin that was dressed up in a very sophisticated clothing.
With like a monocle.
Very demure, and he said something. I didn't really hear the thing, but I like waved at him, and he went.
The guests are escaping.
The guests are escaping.
The food is escaping!
And did like one of these to me, and that made me feel special. So, what was your grade of the Goblin Feast?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10? Yeah, I think put the moment. There was a moment with the sophisticated goblin with the monocle at the end. The little Yeah, that pushes to the top. It's that special like connection, you know, that person to person moment. You know, it was personal. So
I had
that's why
that
I liked
moment with
it.
one of the employees.
Huh? Was it like gay or?
When the no when we went through one of the first houses, the dude was just standing there like this. I was like, "You're doing a great job, man." He went.
Oh, that's
I had a
lovely.
moment.
Well, okay, when's the wedding?
We skipped that phase.
This is like immersive, like Disney, you know? And you can get your own wand and stuff too, but. Okay. Okay. Is J.K. Rowling in it? The resemblance is uncanny.
I think hear it. Is that a hologram?
Yeah.
These wildfire whiz bangs. Fireworks with my brother's friend George. Accio Keys.
You ridden this before?
Huh? Yeah, it's fun. One of these kids in front of us farted, and I don't know which one it is. Okay, cool.
I guess the glasses won't fall off.
I guess so. What do you think about it?
It's fun. It was cool. It was like the Mickey Mouse ride in Disney, just like as if it were a real ride.
Yeah.
That's probably my best comparison of it. Like,
Yeah.
a cartoon is like that. It's just like 3D and more intense. But it was fun.
Yeah, it's a really good time. It's fast and it's thrilling, and there's a little bit of roller coaster in there, but not too much that it'll make sick.
Yeah.
No spinny stuff, just
The
lots
end
of
of it you kind of go through in the dark. It was pretty cool.
really cool environment. Oh, here's the lockers. Rah, dragon. Oh, I see. It's a Death Eater show. Something was going on over there. No, they're talking about the Death There's one right there.
ATM.
That's an ATM? Oh, that's kind of cool.
It's a leaky cauldron.
Oh, okay.
That's good. I'm hungry.
The Leaky Cauldron, bangers and mash, fish and chips, beef lamb stew.
Campfire hot dog.
There's the cauldron.
It smells really good in here.
Yeah, I've never eaten here actually.
Food's really good.
All right, sweet. I'm looking forward to it. What's going on here? Oh, the lights went off.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, was that supposed to happen? I don't really know. That was an experience. Okay, so this is the bangers and mash.
Scotch eggs.
Scotch eggs. And there's boiled eggs with pork. And then there's a apple beet salad.
The horseradish sauce is delicious.
It's not bad.
For theme park food, I mean, this is probably about as decent as you're probably going to get.
So I like that they turned a Nocturne Alley and the whole area, Harry Potter section is, they turned it into a scare zone with all of the Death Eaters and stuff. So that's really cool. That's special for Horror Nights, I think. I love how immersive it is in there. Like you can tell all of the details. Like out here with the night bus, going into that area where you walk through the brick wall. It's just, I love it. It's almost giving like Disney level caliber. It's so immersive. Like, and this facade is just beautiful and enormous. Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite sections of Universal, just the Harry Potter area.
If you didn't know Harry Potter stuff was in there, you just pass right by it. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
It's so clever.
And the ride is really fun too. And like I said, I love how they added the Death Eaters in for Halloween Horror Nights to make an extra like special scare zone for the fans. All of the people who have cognitive dissonance about J.K. Rowling, I ask you to just grow up. Grow up, man.
Yeah, I said it while we're in there, like if we're consistent with their values, almost all of Diagon Alley would be empty.
All right, so we just saw the live show.
Circus.
The
Nocturnal circus.
The Nocturnal Circus, and oh my God, that was
worth the price of admission by itself. I mean, that was.
How long was it? Like half hour? What time is it now?
Yeah, about 30, 45 minutes.
There was pyrotechnics and acrobatics and dancing and
Fire, swords, and fire everywhere.
Aerials.
And explosions, and like
It was
rings
phenomenal.
of fire, people jumping through.
I didn't even get to see everything. There was so much to look
going
at.
on. You'd watch somebody getting chopped in half, and on the other side of the thing, there'd be 3 people standing on top of each other with one hand. Like, I mean, there was
too much to see in one round.
It was
worth it.
The best acrobatic / circus show I've ever seen. I'm gonna
Let's
be
go
a
over here for a
shill.
second.
I'm gonna be a shill.
A shill.
Like, come to Universal and see that.
Yeah.
Like, come to Universal and see that. That was.
It's worth it.
That alone was worth the price of admission. That was the most incredible, like, acrobatic circus spectacle I've ever seen.
Yeah,
And I've seen a lot of stuff with Ellie. That's the best I've ever seen, hands down.
Yeah, we've been to a lot of like Halloween events. We've seen a lot of live shows too.
Seen circuses and stuff.
We've seen actual circuses.
The only thing Cirque du Soleil was comparable in a different way, but in terms of like sheer like the athleticism of those people.
Yeah,
and, like,
they are all athletic specimens for sure.
It was amazing. I mean, like
it was top notch. It was phenomenal. It really
she
was.
knows acrobatics, so she can tell you. I mean,
I was astounded the whole time. I'm just like.
Yeah, Ellie was sitting there dumbfounded the whole time.
I was extremely dumbfounded, and there were sexy clowns. The sexy clowns have returned to Universal in the Nocturnal Circus. Now they're there.
Yeah, you see her?
The
Harlequin
clown?
look on the. Oh yeah, man.
That was a sexy clown. Sexy clowns! Woo! Toasted sexy clowns. Raise my glass to
We
sexy
both had
clowns.
our favorites.
It was
Ellie
wonderful.
liked the blonde carrying the fire.
The fire
blades.
dancer, like, shit. If you guys come to Universal Studios for 2024, you need to make time for that.
Yep.
You really, really do. No doubt in my mind.
But they don't let you have anything out. But God, it was.
I'm sure it's online. I'll put it in the video here somewhere. You'll see some clips from it.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm sure videos won't do it justice. I mean, there was just something. It was incredible. I mean,
yeah, there's so much to see that you can't even focus on one thing because you'll miss something else. The main event was like the girl going up on the straps and aerial stuff, and even like holding up by her hair too. But then while she's doing that, all of the backup dancers are doing their own thing.
And then there was a thing where a guy and a girl both got on one of the straps at the same time.
Oh my God, that was.
Yeah, two people got on the strap at the same. Because it looked like he was just pulling her for centripetal force.
And
then
it was magic.
Oh, there was magic tricks too, where a girl got like they put her in a
Sawed in
spike
half.
on an Iron Maiden and they closed it on her like it.
But yeah, sorry, you were saying about the guy and the girl were on the same strap.
Yeah, so there was like centripetal force. He thought he was pulling around, and then all of a sudden he lifted up with her. It was crazy. I mean,
yeah, 10 out of 10. Like that was the first 10 I've experienced tonight.
Yeah, that was better than any of the houses that we've been to by a mile.
Okay, yeah, so the next scare zone we're walking through is Blumhouse. Blumhouse has done a lot of good movies that I can't think of at the top of my head, but Blumhouse is iconic.
It's so iconic, I can't remember anything I've ever done.
Well, as far as like quality goes, I don't know about storyline, but you know, the quality is good. Blumhouse did The Purge. I never saw Black Phone. This reminds me of the one in Germany. Remember when they had a Lady Liberty in Germany? Yeah. Oh.
You can hear that from the Harry Potter play. Costumes aren't allowed.
But their costume is their personality, Zachary. They don't know what to do. Oh, that kid scared me more than those characters. Oh wait, never mind, that's not a kid. That's definitely one of the characters. Wow, that scare zone was pathetic. So ever since COVID, they've done the whole like thing where they're up on stages, like up on platforms instead of being down in the crowd, which is dumb. Stop to get ice cream. Are you having fun? Yeah, it's not a shake. It's basically a Frosty. It's a glorified Frosty.
Have a good time, yeah. Fun.
More than last time or no?
It's hot.
Yeah.
Really hot.
We haven't done all the houses yet, but I feel like the houses were better last year. Last time we went, I mean, in general.
The show was better this time.
Yeah, definitely.
About to hit another house.
We're gonna go to the candy sweet shop, actually.
As soon as this is gone, we're going.
Okay, so we'll go over here for a second. So we just got out of the candy sweets, I think it's called.
They aren't doing a good job of marketing their own food here. Lesson number one, everything at Universal is made out of humans.
They really are pushing the dangerous produce thing.
Green as people.
But yeah, that was really fun. I liked that one a lot. I liked the theme. I thought it was gonna be cheesy.
That was good. That was good. Like the same thing. I wish I could have listened to what some of them were saying because it was cool. Like you go into a candy shop and it's got that like Cuphead kind of thing going on, and it's really cool vibe. And then it just goes off the rails. People getting acid dumped on them and they're like milking them and stuff. And like
they were milking them. It was weird.
It was a little bunker.
I thought that one was gonna be cheesy. I thought I wouldn't like it. Actually, people were like becoming the candy, I guess. And like people were like stuck with the candy, and it was very theatrical.
Yeah,
and
it was good.
There was a lot of like voice lines, and the actors had a lot of voice lines to say, and it was very colorful.
Yeah, it was good.
I actually liked that one a lot. I think I would put that one second.
I put that on par with Goblins. I think it's not as good as Goblins.
Yeah, so like an 8.
Yeah, 8 out of 10. That's good. I mean, I don't know what I'm looking for with a 10 out of 10, but that and the Goblins were the best ones so far. I just don't want to say they're 10s because I don't know what the best is yet. So.
Yeah, he hasn't been scared at all by anything, I don't think. I got startled in that one.
It's like it's a hallway simulator, you know? I just like the themes, you know?
Yeah, it's tough. I think ever since COVID, I really think things have changed in Universal where the actors aren't really like as personal with you anymore. It's been tough since then, I think. But I remember last time. Thank you. I remember last time we came, the theater house was actually really scary. Like the marionette theater house.
Yeah.
That one was actually scary. I haven't experienced one here yet that I would actually say is scary. But I like the themes. I really do.
That was a cool theme. I like the theme of that a lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going into that one again too. We got to get all the other ones under our belts.
We've done 5 out of 10 now, so we're halfway through.
Halfway through, and it's like 11, I think, or almost 11.
Yeah, so we got 3 hours to get through 5 of them. We got to figure out the line situation because these next 3 have like waits of over an hour.
We'll get them done.
We'll try.
All right.
Okay, so we got out of Mexico.
We got out of Mexico. We finally got out of Mexico.
That was definitely the scariest one so far. It got me. That one scared me. It was paced really, really well. It was a little bit longer. It was really creepy. Like the environments. I just didn't know what the theme was, but it was just like you were walking through like a Mexican graveyard or something.
They were eating babies, I think, and they were turning into monsters.
Yeah, I mean it was gross too. Like
it smelled terrible.
There was some sensory overload.
Yeah, that was intense. That was the best one I think so far in terms of scare. I mean, I actually got scared in that one.
Yeah, he did. There was it was someone on stilts, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I turned a corner and I was looking the other way, and he just popped out right in front of me, like he was hanging over my head because he was so tall. That he got me. That was good.
So Zach actually got scared once at Halloween Horror Nights.
That alone puts it on a tier above because it got me. Like nothing else. That one got me. So
is that a 10 or a 9?
I mean, I can't compare because I don't know. It was better than the other ones. The theme was kind of whatever, but the atmosphere and the scares were better in that one. So
yeah, it was scary.
That was a good one. That was good. That was the best one so far.
I liked it too. It's funny. It's always the Latin themed ones that scare you a lot.
Chupacabra, yeah.
It's terrifying. The jump scares, there weren't that many of them, but it didn't matter because the darkness and the setting carried it. It's tense. It was very tense. That didn't have anything in it, and it was scary.
Build the wall.
Build the wall. The Chupacabra back in Germany scared him the most too. Yeah, obviously I don't speak Spanish. I don't understand all of the lore, but it seemed like there was some Chupacabra stuff going on. It was all like Latin, like folklore.
Yeah, there was like women in these like wooden cages and stuff. It was weird. It's creepy.
It was bizarre and scary.
Really creepy. Yeah, that was the scariest one. Good. That was a good one, and it was the shortest line of all.
Yeah, it was only like 15 minutes.
That was the best one.
Yeah, it was really good. Definitely underrated.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's definitely the best one we've done so far. If you come to Horror Nights, definitely do the Mexico one.
What do you give it? What would you rate it out of 10?
Right now I give it a 9, but I don't know what a 10 is yet. I haven't seen them all, you know?
Yeah.
Right now it's the best one.
Just wanted to give an example of the line. This is the situation of the line. That is crazy. That's just for Insidious. That's just for the Insidious house. Like, Insidious isn't that good. Okay, so that was Insidious.
Insidious. Yeah, what do you think, Ellie? You give your thoughts now. I'll tell you my experience after Ellie tells hers.
I probably got scared the most. In that one, I probably got scared like 4 times.
There was one in the hallway you got scared like 3 times in 5 seconds.
I was okay. There's a lot of mind tricks in that one.
I love that stuff. I love it.
Like, I had a bunch of dummies on either side who didn't know which one was real, and there was a whole a hallway that was just curtains, and they would fly out of each way, and it kept getting me. And no matter what, if I put Zach in the back or if I put him in the front, it's like, you know how I've been saying that I've been at the wrong end of every like scare timing.
She got on the right end of all of them.
Every single one I got this time. It was insane, and the 2 girls in front of me, they kept getting scared too. That there were so many actors in that house, it was insane.
Yeah, that was, very high budget. It was long too.
Yeah, that one was probably the longest one.
Yeah, it was probably 5 minutes or so. It's the best one so far for sure. It didn't scare me. But it was the best one in terms of like how indulged you is immersive. I got puked on.
Oh yeah, you did.
Some puke. Was like
you were like, hey, there's a head above us.
There's a head up there, and then it puked on me.
I was just running through it. Like, I either was like so scared stiff I didn't want to move, or I was running through it. There was no in between.
It was fun. That was really good. The atmosphere was good. The lighting was good. The rooms were good. The pacing was good. That was the best one for sure.
The costumes were cool.
Oh yeah, the costumes were great. The effects were good.
I mean, I liked the set a lot, but I don't know if it's my favorite set. I'll have to rethink about it later. But yeah, that was really scary.
That was the best one. I don't know what a 10 would be, but that's at least a 9. That was very, very good. And Ellie was scared this half the time, so that was definitely at least a 9 out of 10. At least, very good. Go see this one. It's very good.
I like that one.
It was cool. Yeah, I like the theme. Again, the cool theme is like.
It kind of reminded me of a mix of the Cary, Ohio house we did before, mixed with like The Strangers, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was okay. I'd give that one like a 7.
No, that's fine.
But I'd say 7 out of 10.
I like the cool thing.
Yeah, I didn't get scared at all, but I liked it though. Not much to say about it, really.
Kind of common theme with all these. They're cool.
It was like little girls who became murderers, I think. But then there were like big burly dudes, like randomly too. I don't really know. I think I need to understand the lore for that one a little better. Yeah, you really just don't have time to know exactly what's going on. Like for like a quick second, they have a little backstory in the very beginning.
And you don't have time to read it.
Yeah, you don't have time to read it or even listen to the whole thing go by once. So
yeah.
I wish like in the very beginning where like the car was, they had the lore. They need to spread out the lore by like 3 rooms. So by the time you get through the 3rd room, you've heard all of the lore.
Or the lore is in the line.
Yeah, that would be even better. That would be even better if they had like signs up where you could read what's going on. Because in the Cary, Ohio one, you had this big billboard, and that was kind of like your lore. I feel like that one has a lot of potential, but it's missing something. Like, I want to give the triplet one a fair rating. Pretty lame, even lame the second time. I was just as confused the second time as going through the first one. I wish we could spend enough time in that one room where they actually try. There's one room of storyline, just one. And you have to go through it so fast, there's no way that you know what's going on. So, what is this? I don't know what this scare zone is supposed to be. I guess it's medieval something. Medieval rock. I guess all she does is twist stuff all day. She's the meat grinder. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I think this is supposed to be like medieval jester themed or something. I don't really get it. They're not very scary, but it is what it is.
Where are we going?
This way. I don't
Blowing kisses at everybody.
Zach's still like kissing everyone. It's very gay. I'm very confused as to what this is. Like, what is this scare zone? I don't get it. Yes, take your elementary age children to take a picture next to the entrails. So nice, love that. Halloween Horror Nights is not for kids. Halloween Horror Nights is not for kids. And I learned that when I saw the sexy clowns. Is this the plague or? This has turned into quite an experience, let me tell you. Get him. I don't know what this is all about, but... Oh, wow. This is something. Oh, wow. Hello.
Take too long off. That's something.
You can take too long to collect something.
She's like, what are you doing? I'm like,
Connect your screams around the glory of your word. Look at you, so many little big thumbs. Come closer, come closer. Oh, I want to see you alive. Was once a little human family.
That outfit execution cannot be comfortable.
yeah, like, what is that?
Oh my god.
You are very well to be mine.
Yeah.
Here you can be free to let the man
I don't know why anybody would take their kids here.
for I have many devices out here for you to partake in. Experience Yes, many devices. We have the breaking wheel, the aiming name, a personal favorite, the brazen ball, the little human flesh crystals out the fire.
Oh, we came in backwards.
So it's a medieval favorite recording device. That's like little attraction.
There's a twinkle in your eye that says you have a lust for the grotesque, yes. Do you want to pledge your allegiance? Do you want to join my leave? Let's encourage her. Get out, get out, get out. Stop it, Emperor. Now, you would be wise to be joining the Age of Sinister, to join my following, be a part of my royal court. But if you do not, prove yourself. Separate yourself from the torture to the torturer. While you just wind up a victim.
Looks awesome for sure.
And useless.
That is sick.
Here, be the executioner, yes? This here is the Iron Maiden, a simple contraptions made of an unforgiving steel and razor-sharp spikes you see. Very simply, you open the door, you shut the door. Spikes do the rest. Yes, look at you. And you are here to prove your allegiance to me. Bow. On your knees. Stay. Now, for the rest of you, put an armor. Doesn't matter what you are, I'll cut it off, it's all like this. Now, say I. Your name.
Ellie.
Give myself.
Blood, bone, and flesh.
To a sinister.
To a sinister.
Wonderful, I can do whatever I want with you now. I yes, excellent. Now, before you go, traverse the fair, put metals to flash, tie the ropes tighter, snap the limb of any enemy who defies you. Speaking of which, when you snap the limb of your enemy, where do you start? The femur. Why? It's the biggest bone in the body. It's very smart. We love anatomy, but also so we don't run away. How else are you going to torture them? Now, before you go, we have a little ceremony for you. Would you like to see it?
Yeah!
I said, would you like to see it?
Yeah! Yes!
You want me to see I like you. You're in my court now. Yes, let's go for North, everyone. Here is your queen. Cheer. Now, let the ceremony begin, shall we? Yes.
Oh, wow.
The night, the holy night of Sinister. Oh, look at that tongue, you don't need it anymore now, will you? Here we go, mortals, your time for bloodshed! Have the bride enjoy the fair now.
Oh, they cut out her tongue.
Oh my God! Loretta! Oh my God! No!
All right, well then. How was that? How do you feel? That was something. That was funny though. They made it funnier. I give it to the boys that time. That was humorous.
Put it back!
Ew, put it back.
It was funny.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, the actress was great.
Yeah, she is.
He's laughing, the kid's laughing.
These kids today, they're so numb.
That would have terrified me as a kid.
I know, right? I don't see why anyone would want to bring their children here. I can't, just get a babysitter.
There's kids that are 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah, there are kids who are way too young to be here, no doubt.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with just admitting that horror is adult entertainment. There's nothing wrong with that. There are plenty of adults. You're getting hello. You definitely need the context for this scare zone for sure.
Yeah, when you come in the right direction, it's a lot more interesting. When you come in from the other side, you're like, what is happening?
Yeah, it's like they took the wrong turn at the Ren Fair. I may or may not have contributed to Zachary being scared in the last one.
That was
So
it was cool. It was cool. Quiet Place was neat.
Yeah.
It had
I've never seen the movie, so I don't really know what's going on. I said in there's a woman and she was holding her baby, and I said a theme of the night in these houses is that babies are in trouble.
and she had a shotgun.
Yeah, a lady had a shotgun. There were monsters. It was giving Alien kind of. I don't really know what was going on there. I'm gonna have to watch that movie, but.
So at the end, there was like a little painting frame that I knew somebody was going to jump out of at the very end, and I was walking past it, and Ellie grabbed my arm, and I turned around to see what was going on, and the second that I turned around, the thing jumped out at me. So it all happened at the same time, so it scared the shit out of me. I jumped out of my skin, and I knew it was going to happen. If I just kept walking, I wouldn't have been scared. But the fact that Ellie grabbed me at the same time, that was Ellie's fault. That one doesn't count.
He jumped. He really did.
Yeah, because I got grabbed at the same time. Normally they don't grab you. So what the fuck? What's going on?
I didn't mean to do that, but also no regrets. That was very funny to witness. Hey, after you watching and laughing at me in Insidious, that felt good to watch. It was Schadenfreude at best.
Yeah, it was good. I'd give that an 8, 7 or 8.
Yeah, that one is really good, I think.
Not as good as Insidious.
Yeah, I'd still probably say Insidious and the Mexican one was better.
What is up with all these girls wearing these shirts with skeleton hands cupping their boots?
Isn't that a Misfits thing?
No,
No?
not cupping their boots. Is this the Ghostbusters?
Yeah, it's Ghostbusters.
No, that's not. It's not the girls skeletons cupping their boobs. There's so many girls wearing that stupid shirt.
It is stupid, yeah. Alright, I have a few things to say about Ghostbusters. The set, I'll start with the set. The set was very elaborate, okay? Very cool. There was some people on stilts in there too, and I really liked that. Yeah, I really liked the setting. It was kind of more like a fun house more than a haunted house, I'd say. It kind of gave me almost like Beetlejuice vibes from last year.
Yeah, that's
One thing got me. I got scared by one thing. It was funny.
I knew it was coming. I was just waiting for it.
Well, the reason why it got me though is because I was very distracted by the fact that someone I went to high school with, named Josh, was working in there as one of the actors in the very front of the house. And I kept looking at him. I'm like, this guy looks so familiar. I'm like, is this an actor? I'm like, who is this? And I went to high school with him and I looked him right in the eye. I'm like, Josh? And he's like, and I'm like, I went to high school with you. And he was like, he looked at me and he's like, oh my God. I haven't seen him literally in like 10 years at least. That was wild. That was crazy. Hi Josh, you're probably never gonna see this, but I just saw you and I'm gonna message you on Facebook. But that was crazy. That was a moment. Zach witnessed it. You saw it. You saw him be like, oh yeah.
I was wondering what was going on. The conversation happened. I was like, why is she talking to this guy?
Like I'm like Josh, like he didn't break character because like he had all those people watching him and he had like voice lines to like lip sync, but we had a moment. He was in my theater class. Of course, a theater major was gonna be working at Halloween Horror Nights. So that was a crazy experience. That boosted up Ghostbusters for me.
I thought it was okay. It wasn't scary. It was cool. Like it had like a neat, like had a little place where it was outside and it was snowing and it was like really cold and frigid.
Yeah.
That was cool, but it wasn't scary at all. It just, I don't know. It was okay.
It was fun. It was a fun house, I'd say.
I'd give it like a 5 or 6.
All right, so you might notice.
We kind of just cut to driving randomly in the dark.
So we're not going back to the hotel tonight.
You see the rain. Hurricane Milton is coming, and the governor declared a state of emergency. I don't want to get caught in the craziness that was certainly to come as a result of this hurricane coming through. So we basically just left Universal, grabbed our stuff, and we're headed home because it's just not worth the risk. And it's going to suck. I'm not going to get home until like 11 in the morning, and it's going to be terrible. I'm going to be exhausted. But I also don't want to wake up and have to get stuck in people trying to evacuate the country. I mean, the state, not the country, trying to evacuate the state.
Not yet. Yeah, we went back to the hotel, both got a quick shower, changed clothes, because it was so hot today, you guys. Almost unbearable.
It's still almost 80 degrees. It's 4 in the morning.
So I already paid for the hotel too, which is also, so please donate. Anyway, Halloween Horror Nights 2024.
It's fun.
Shout out to Joshua. You are awesome. Thank you for remembering me after 15 years. I mean, I remembered you, so if I remembered him, I guess it's not crazy to think that he remembered me from high school, but it was so nice to see him. I'm send him a little comment on Facebook, and I'll like put it up here or something, and he said it made his night to see me, so that's awesome. To see someone after 15 years, that's wild. So I hope that him and all of the people that we know in Florida stay safe.
I thought that the scare zones as a whole were not as good as the last vlog.
As 2021, yeah.
There were a couple of really good ones.
Either were the houses, to be honest.
That's what I meant. That's the houses too. Yes, the houses. The scare zones were not that great. The houses were not as good.
Yeah, all around it was pretty disappointing compared to 2021.
Yeah, even the like lame ones like Pumpkin Patch or whatever a few years ago were really scary and fun. These were just kind of like, there were no 10s. There were some 9s. I thought Insidious was a 9. The Mexico one was a 9.
A Quiet Place.
And Quiet. I would say it was a 9. I would give that a 9. Yeah, 7 or 8. Goblin was good. The Candy Shop was okay. It was pretty good. But the rest of them were all pretty forgettable. The museum was bad.
I really liked Ghostbusters because I saw Josh.
Yeah, I mean...
That's like sentimental value, so I gotta give that one a high rating. So.
Ghostbusters had some some cool sets, but
yeah, the sets were really elaborate, I think, on that. Yeah, and the scare zones were really lacking, I think. The highlights of the night was definitely seeing Josh. That was my number one highlight, but the circus was phenomenal.
Yeah, the circus was incredible.
Like, if I was gonna rate the night in general, I would almost rate the night better than 2021 because we had to wait in so many long lines in 2021, and this time we got the express pass, and it was just the two of us, and I mean, last time we had Tyler, so that was really fun too. But I don't know, it's like the experience overall was better this time, but like the content wasn't good. At the show, you said they played that one song. What song was that at the show?
Oh, Smack My Up. I'm gonna make an NSFW recommendation. If you all want to see something crazy, uncensored music video for Smack My Up by The Prodigy. I mean, I'm not a fan of that kind of music, but that music video.
I liked the soundtrack of the show. Zach didn't. It's not his kind of music. But
That music video, though, it's wild. It's worth
if
the
you're
watch.
18 and up.
Yeah, 18 up only.
I had fun overall. I think it was a good time. It was worth going. They raised the prices for tickets this year. Parking was $32.
A milkshake at the chocolate place was $18. $18.
It's a huge corporate grift. Oh yeah, I also want to mention, we were walking back to the front with one of the employees. I asked him straight up. I was like, hey man, I said, I'm a content creator. How do I get a media pass? Talk to him like straight up, like man to man. Going Wawa. I was like, listen, how do I get a media pass so I can record inside the houses? Because they don't let normies take pictures. And y'all know I've bootlegged it before, but I'm sick of doing that. He's like, oh, they work for Universal. What? Imagine my shock. Oh my God, guys, get the brand new merch. The merch is better this year than it was last year. Oh my God, guys. And he told me they get that stuff for free.
Yeah, and how deceptive is it to say that you have a media pass? Like, how deceptive of a verbiage? Like, that's like some public relations stuff. It's like manipulation.
It's
like,
cringe and like ick.
That's ick.
Oh, you guys need to try this limited edition food at Halloween Hornets this year. They're getting it for free. They're expecting us to pay $18 for a milkshake, but they're getting it for free.
I had the campfire dog, which is literally like, it was like a hot dog with beanie weenies on it or something. Like, it was like.
Now I know. Thank you to that cast member who I would never name here. I'm not gonna narc on him. I appreciate him being legit and just honest with me about that. So I guess I'll never have a media badge because I'm not gonna simp grift for the corporation that's trying to poison us all with slop anyway. We're gonna go into Wawa and get some coffee and food because we deserve it.
We're very hungry and tired, and I need to stay awake.
Hoagies and specialty sandwiches, avocado toast and sides.
Zach's over here justifying Red Bull.
The ingredients, and they're not as bad as I thought they would be by looking at them.
The Wawa sandwiches are legit.
They're good. The only thing's questionable in Red Bull are the coloring and the natural artificial flavors. Mm-hmm. It's sugar, which isn't good, but it's not high fructose corn syrup. It's carbonated water, baking soda, vitamin B6, vitamin B12. Maybe I'm an idiot, but
I thought it was bull stuff.
about taurine. But taurine's
Is that
good.
actually like the season of a bull?
I don't know, but taurine's good for men.
Yay! The guy inside Wawa, Zach was like, you hear about the storm coming, you know, you ready? And he's like, what, you scared?
Yeah.
Hello? And he's like, I've been here 43 years. Yeah, I'm not scared. I'm like, okay.
350% of your daily intake of vitamin B6. That's why it gets you so jacked up.
What about your daily intake of sugar?
That's 70% of your daily intake of sugar. But it's still a lot.
So yeah, we're gonna be driving all night.
So I'm getting Red Bull to keep myself awake.
That's fine. No judgment.
One time.
I got an orange juice. Fresh squeeze. Gotta get fresh squeeze orange juice in Florida.
Florida OJ is.
It's fantastic. So this is gonna be us driving for a long time. We're gonna get significantly more exhausted. Might take a nap at Buc-ee's. Not sure yet.
I don't want to get hit by Atlanta traffic. I'd rather get caught in Atlanta traffic than a evacuation from a hurricane.
It was the right choice, even though this is gonna suck. We won't take you on that whole journey, but if you're seeing this, then it means we survived. So
Yay!
coulda went to SeaWorld. Like I said before, the low budget houses are a better experience overall because they get like right in your face. It's a more personal, visceral experience. With these high budget things, they're just putting people through so fast. You hardly get any moments, but hey, to make up for that, I literally had the most personal moment I could have in one of the houses. Like, I literally saw an old friend from high school. I mean, we're still getting pushed through it, but like, you know, he had his attention on me the whole time for that. So yeah, Josh, if you see this, I appreciate you.
It's like what we had in Beetlejuice. Mm-hmm. That was a similar moment.
Yeah, when Beetlejuice could recognize that we were siblings, and he's like,
by looking from way up.
Say my name 3 times. Oh, ask your brother. He knows my movie.
And let's go, it's 3 times. 3. Yeah, you'll figure it out. Just ask your brother. I'm sure he's seen my movies.
And I was like, oh my God. Hey, do you think we look alike? right now, chat. Do we look alike? But Beetlejuice, he just knew. So 2021 still reigns supreme for sure, but I had fun. I had a good night overall, and it was worth it. I'd say it was worth it. Worth driving all night to avoid the storm. We weren't just here for Horror Nights. We also went to a concert, but that'll be on another vlog. Or maybe it was before this one. Maybe it's after. We don't know. Movie magic. But yeah.
Distort your perception of time.
These vlogs, they're all in different orders. None of the orders are ever correct, by the way.
Never gonna know where Ellie really is.
Nope, I plan on keeping it that way. Thank you for watching as usual, and you know, we never know when our next adventure will be or where our next adventure will be, but I appreciate everyone who watches these videos, and
hopefully this trip back is not adventurous. That would be great.
Yes.
For Ellie to agree, that's rare.
All right, everybody. See you next time.